Hello, today I'm sharing with you my winter skincare plan for my dry, parched skin. A few weeks ago, I shared with you my fall skincare check-in to show you all the products that I had used during the fall and to show you my results. My skin in the winter has slightly different needs than it does in the fall. In the fall, I'm usually working to kind of clean up the pigment that I've gotten in the summer. And I will link 2 videos that I did on how I got rid of my summer pigment. Now it's time to switch gears for more hydrating products. I have very dry skin and I live in a really dry climate. So for me, switching up my skincare during the winter is critical. If you have a skincare plan that's working for you, you love the products that you're using, you're in a consistent environment, there's no need to change your skincare products. But you know me, I love to try new skincare for you guys, and I personally have different skincare needs kind of throughout the year. Even though I'm introducing some new products into my winter skincare plan, you will probably recognize some tried and true products that I absolutely love. Starting with cleansers, one that I've been babbling about for the last month, I think, has been the Dermatology Goat Cleanser. This is a fantastic, gentle cleanser for dry skin, for sensitive skin, and it's so hydrating and nourishing. I can't recommend it highly enough, but I will be adding in a new one. This is by Elastin, and this is their Ultra Calm Cleanser, which I tried last night for the first time. Oh my gosh, we've got some rivals going on. Now, I was looking at the ingredient decks of both of these. The Elastin has the surfactants, which are the hydrophilic and hydrophobic little spheres that whisk away all the dirt in the lower part of their ingredient deck, whereas the surfactants in the Goat Cleanser are a little bit higher up. It was just something interesting to note as far as the formulations. I haven't noticed any particular difference in the cleaning power so far, but I just wanted to point that out. If you kind of are a little bit hypersensitive to surfactants, you might want to try the Elastin over the Goat Cleanser if you're looking for a new cleanser for wintertime. Just as a quick note, you can use these as a single and a double cleanse. I prefer to switch it up in the wintertime and go for a balm cleanser to remove my makeup. So this is my first step, sometimes just around the eye area. I just find a balm is a little bit more gentle than a regular cleanser for my very sensitive eyes. They just get red and irritated so easily. So I use a balm cleanser. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a fragrance-free one. This is the one by Naturium, and I've made a significant dent in this already. Once I finish up the Naturium, I'm going to be introducing the Goop Balm Cleanser. I've already given this a little bit of a try. The Goop leaves my eye area a little bit more hydrated, but they both emulsify and rinse clean. I'll be able to give you a better report in about 2.5–3 months. I usually do my skincare check-ins about 2 or 3 months later. I like to use the product up or almost use it up so I can give you guys a really great review on how the product worked. So my skincare check-ins will be about every 3 months. The second step in my skincare routine is a hydrating toner. Throughout the year, I might change which hydrating toner I'm using, a heavier one versus a lighter one, but I always use a hydrating toner on my dry skin. The one I'm using right now is by Ilia. I picked it up during the Sephora sale. I really like this because it's slightly thicker than the Laneige. So it is perfect for wintertime. Really nice. It has roughly 14 different humectants and emollients in this formula that give my skin that drink of hydration that it's desperate for. And another tip, in the wintertime, you can layer your hydrating toner. In addition to the Ilia, I also have on order the Numb Buzz In #3 that you guys recommended. It's a fermented hydrating toner, and I'm so excited to try it. I would say in my fall video, 4, maybe 5 of you recommended this brand and recommended this specific hydrating toner, which is a fermented toner. If you're looking for fermented products, definitely peek at the ingredient decks. I learned something new this week, that there are different types of ferments that address different skincare concerns. One that we're probably most familiar with is bifida ferment, because that's in the iconic Estee Lauder serum. Now, bifida ferment is a ferment of lactic acid, so it's very hydrating to the skin. It also helps with the skin barrier. You can get ferments from rice, which help with brightening. Aspergillus ferment is actually great for acne-prone skin. And green tea, which is an antioxidant, when fermented, helps with free radical damage, the damage that we get from everyday pollution and the sun and the UV. So I just thought thought it was really interesting that all these different ferments tend to tackle different skincare problems. Definitely peek at the ingredients in your fermented toners so that you make sure you're getting one that addresses your skincare issues. Now that my skin is nicely hydrated with a few layers of hydrating toner, I usually come in with my treatment serums, which always start with a vitamin C. I'm going to be continuing to use up my Dermatology vitamin C EF, tried and true water-based vitamin C with L-ascorbic acid, which is the vitamin C that's been most studied. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to last me to the end of winter, so I'm also introducing the Allies of Skin 35% vitamin C formula. Now don't freak out, it's not 35% L-ascorbic acid, which would be way too high. It has ethylated ascorbic acid, and it also has THD, the tetrahexyldecyl ascorbic acid, at a total of 35% vitamin C. And this is also a waterless formula, so probably better suited to dry to very dry skin. The other thing I want to point out is the ethylated ascorbic acid, because it's a derivative, doesn't have the research behind it that L-ascorbic acid does, but it does have some clinical evidence that it gets into the skin. The one thing with vitamin C is the big question is, does it get in the skin to actually make the changes and make the brightening and make the collagen production that we're actually looking for? And the derivatives are a little bit less studied, so there is a question as to whether they are as effective as the gold standard L-ascorbic acid, but I think this is definitely worth a try. If number one, you have sensitive skin and you can't tolerate L-ascorbic acid, and number two, if you have really dry skin. For my vitamin C, I'm going to be trying a new serum this winter. This is the Youth Recovery DNA Repair Enzymes by Photozyme. Now this is completely new science to me. I have heard of DNA repair enzymes in the past, but I'm hearing a lot more buzz about it, so I thought I'd give this a try for you guys. I'm going to be using it both on my face, and I also got the body formula. So DNA repair enzymes. So enzymes, you know, are kind of that lock and key, and our skin cells are always getting damage, and our bodies know to repair that damage. They go through a process of DNA repair. This is in no way a deep dive into DNA repair enzymes, but I want to give you a quick idea of how they're supposed to be working in our skin to repair skin damage. This contains plant enzymes, and they're supposed to specifically target the UV damage and the external damage from our environment. They go deep into the skin, and they're specifically targeted to make that repair, to make our skin look more youthful so that it slows down the aging process. Like I said, that's a huge high-level overview of DNA repair enzymes, and I will be doing a deep dive during my check-in. Of course, an all-time fave is the Hyper Serum by Dr. Idris. I love the serum. It's always in my routine. It's my travel companion, as I've said in the past. It hydrates, it has pigment fighters. It also helps calm my redness. It has all the ingredients that I need in kind of a one and done serum. If I'm just taking one serum with me when I travel, this is the one I take. This will definitely be in my skincare routine this winter because I use it as a maintenance serum for those particular three problems that I always have year round. Eye creams. Do you need a dedicated eye cream? No. Do I love a dedicated eye cream? Yes, I have to admit. I'm going to be using a tried and true. This is the one by Tatcha. A nice creamy hydrating formula. I'm almost down to the bottom of this, and in the evening I'm going to be introducing a substitute for my HPR by Dermatology. This is a new formula that I'm using by agency. It's an under eye formula, and it has 0.0002 or maybe 2 zeros of tretinoin in here. So as you know, I'm slowly reintroducing tretinoin back into my skincare routine, and I'm starting with tiny, tiny, tiny amounts that are compounded by agency. So this will be my evening eye cream, and this will be my morning eye cream. Your lip care, absolutely essential for me, day, night, and often in the middle of the day during the winter time. I'm going to be relying on a tried and true. This is the one by Laneige, their lip sleeping mask, cult classic. Absolutely love it. I've used it for almost 4 years now, and it's my go-to. I'm also going to be introducing a lip oil. Now, lip oils and lip balm type products, function a little bit differently. This guy is kind of an occlusive, but the oils actually penetrate into the skin and really moisturize and hydrate the lips. Retinoids and exfoliants. There was some talk a couple of years ago how you should stop retinoids in the wintertime and how you shouldn't exfoliate your skin. But the new wisdom is to keep going. First of all, you've probably built up a tolerance to whichever retinoid you're using, and you don't want to backslide during the winter months and have to start that process all over again. Number two, retinoids actually help maintain your skin barrier. As long as you're going low and slow and not introducing formulas that are irritating to your skin, maybe you can't use a prescription formula, that's fine, but keep your retinoids going. Right now, I'm using a formula that has both retinol and retinaldehyde by Remedy. Love this, but I only have a little bit left, so I'm going to be switching to the formula that Agency gave me, which has a 0.0009. I'll let you know how many zeros are in there, but it's a very small amount of tretinoin. I'm trying to get back to prescription tretinoin after having a heightened sensitivity to it over the last year, but I'm trying to slowly work it back in, and that's the key with any retinoid products. Low and slow, and use it consistently. It helps build the skin barrier, it helps build collagen, which actually improves the hydration of your skin and helps your skin function more efficiently. Exfoliants are also very important for your winter skincare routine. Maybe you have to change the type and the strength of an exfoliating product that you're using or the number of days that you use it so you don't get a broken skin barrier. That would be the worst if you're out in the cold and your skin's sensitive and then you came in and did an exfoliation routine. So you kind of have to use some common sense, but don't give up your exfoliants in the winter, both for face and body, because that will slough up all that dead skin, and your skin is going to be pretty dry in the winter anyway. You want to slough off all those flakies. So I am going to be sticking with my Dermalex Sleep Serum. I may use it every other week as opposed to every week. It also has glycolic, which is an AHA. It's a small AHA molecule that gets deep into the skin and also helps with skin barrier function. And that's the key to healthy winter skin, maintaining a great skin barrier. So use your exfoliants and your retinoids wisely, but don't give them up. For sunscreens in the wintertime, I tend to lean toward mineral formulas, so I'll be finishing up my Tatcha and also introducing the In Beauty. This is their Sun Glow SPF 43. This is one I've been wanting to try for a while, and it's gotten some great reviews, and I just picked it up. So I'm excited to try that, as the Tatcha is almost on its last legs. They have kind of a similar type tint to them, kind of a pinky tint, but the Sun Glow obviously has a bit more glow, and they're both mineral formulas, and I just like to hedge my bets in the winter in case my skin barrier gets a little bit compromised, and stick to mineral formulas. Winter moisturizers, I'm always reaching for something that's a little bit thicker. The Dermatology Barrier Mask is something you can use on a daily basis. You don't need a lot. It's super thick, super emollient, and so nourishing to the skin. I wake up with baby soft and super hydrated skin. It's a little bit more dense than the peptide night cream, so I'm going to be finishing this up for the evening time and using my tried and true Dew Skincare, the Instant Angels, during the daytime. Love this moisturizer. It has been my holy grail for forever, and this is new to me this year, but absolutely loving it. The last step in my winter skincare routine is always a facial oil. Now, I will use a facial oil year round, but I use it every night during the winter to seal in all the amazing products that I've used during my skincare routine and prevent transepidermal water loss. We've got the heaters running. Even though I run a humidifier, I definitely find a few drops of facial oil, not a lot. You don't want to go to bed a greasy disaster, but just a couple drops. And I just tap it in over all my skincare right before I go to bed, and it just helps seal everything in, prevent that water loss overnight, and I just wake up with super hydrated, and my skin just loves a facial oil. So this may not be for you, but if you want to give it a try and you've never tried it and you're waking up even after your skincare routine with kind of dry skin in the morning, give a facial oil a try. There's so many to choose from, even just a little bit of castor oil, a couple drops patted into your skin. I do that sometimes. And these just sit by my nightstand along with my City Lips lip oil. And I have made significant differences to the skin of my body once I started a skincare routine for my body that kind of mimics the skincare routine that I use for my face. I start with an oil cleanser. This is the one by Eucerin. It's a tried and true. I have several tubs of this to get through, so I'm going back to this. It's unscented and it's very gentle. It just whisks everything away, and then I come in with an exfoliation step, just like I do for my face. This is my Tried and True by Murad, but I'm switching over to one that I received in PR by Necessaire. The Murad has AHAs, BHAs, and a gentle exfoliating physical exfoliator with jojoba beads, and this is just an all-chemical exfoliant with AHAs, BHAs, PHAs. So this is an all-in-one excellent body wash, and it has the most amazing fresh scent. I usually like unscented body products, but I absolutely love this. I've given it a couple tries in the shower, and like I said, I'm absolutely loving it. All right, on to body treatments. Now, you know I've been using the OneSkin. I gave you a full detailed report in my fall skincare check-in. Love this, had some amazing differences on the crepey skin on my upper legs. Definitely check out that video if you're curious. I'm going to put this aside, not because I don't love it, but because it's one of those treatments that has to go on freshly washed skin. That's kind of the first step, and I want to give the Photozyme a try. Like I'm trying it in my facial skincare routine, I want to try DNA repair enzymes in my body routine. So I'm going to be using the Photozyme on my body as a moisturizer and a treatment step, and then I'm coming in with a vitamin C. Now I haven't quite figured out which one I'm going to put on first. Now Photozyme says you can use their DNA repair enzyme serums and their body moisturizer in conjunction with other skincare products like vitamin C and retinoids, just to let this product dry down first. So I'm not decided as to which one I'm going to put first, but I'm definitely adding in, which I've never done before, a vitamin C for the body. This is also by Necessaire, and I'm really curious to see if vitamin C does any brightening to some of the dark spots on my legs. We shall see. Just like on the skin of my face, I use retinoids in my body care. If you missed my body care video, I'll also link that down in the description. Definitely check down in the description for all the related videos that I have that you might enjoy watching. I've been using the slather for years and years. It has retinol in it. And then I saw Necessaire, which has a 0.1% retinol, which is the highest I've ever seen in a body product. So this is empty. I'm going to use the little bit up that I have here. This is fantastic. It has urea, it has lactic, and it has squalane, and it has retinol. So if you want a one and done body product, if you don't want to mess with all the rest of this, I highly recommend this. If you just want to wash, get out of the shower, put something on your body that's going to be hydrating, a little bit exfoliating, and give you a dose of a retinoid, this is my #1 go-to for an all-in-one. Winter, I take that extra step and include my body care products with a body butter. This is the one by Cetaphil. You get a huge tub, and I just found the one by Fenty. It's called their body drops or body butter. Anyway, I love this. It has a very, very light, fresh scent. This is, of course, unscented and a little bit more economical for a very similar textured product. Both of these leave your skin super hydrated. They are amazing, and I can't really decide which one I like more. You just kind of have to decide which one you might want to try, but they're super occlusive. They're super amazing. I'm just going to mix them in together here, and I'm going to have the softest arms in the world today, but just love putting an occlusive body butter over my skincare. Also, you might want to think about an oil. I use castor oil for the body, the same way I use my facial oils. Just put a dollop in my hand, warm it up, and just tap it in all over my body right before I go to bed. You might be asking, how do I fit all this into my skincare routine? I have a video on how to layer your skincare. I had a couple questions on that in a video last week. I'll be sure to leave that on the end screen. All you have to do is tap on the video where it says watch next, and that video will pop up. You probably have also noticed a little square icon on my end screens lately called trending products. Those are the products that you are purchasing, that my subscribers are purchasing right here and right now. What's trending in the moment? You might want to check that out periodically to see what our community is loving right now. And don't forget to click the bell when you subscribe to my channel, because that way you'll get a notification when my winter skincare check-in pops up. That video will be toward the end of February. So you don't want to miss that, because I've introduced all the products, and then you're going to want to see kind of how everything turned out. Thanks very much for watching, and wishing you all a skintastic day.